Hello dear students, today our theme is about networking. Computer network, a collection of computing devices that are connected in various ways in order to communicate and share resources. Usually the connections between computers in a network are made using physical wires or cables. However, some connections are wireless, using radio waves or infrared signals. The generic term node or host refers to any device on a network. Data transfer rate, the speed with which data is moved from one place on a network to another. Data transfer rate is a key issue in computer networks. Networking is building relationships in order to obtain certain benefits in the future. Networking is establishing new mutually beneficial bonds. Just no one before occurred to call this phenomenon such buzzword networking. Networking is considered to be the single most effective way to find a job. The majority of job seekers found their most recent position by networking, either through referrals or direct contact with a hiring manager. Computer networks have opened up an entire frontier in the world of computing called the client-server model. File server, a computer that stores and manages files for multiple users on a network. And the second one, web server, a computer dedicated to responding to requests from the browser client for web pages. And there are types of networks. Local area network, LAN, a network that connects a relatively small number of machines in a relatively close geographical area. And various configurations called topologies have been used to administer LANs. And ring topology, a configuration that connects all nodes in a closed loop on which messages travel in one direction. Star topology, a configuration that centers around one node to which all others are connected and through which all messages are sent. And the third one, bus topology. All nodes are connected to a single communication line that carries messages in both directions. And there is types of networks. A bus technology called Ethernet has become the industry standard for local area networks. Wide area network, a network that connects two or more local area networks over a potentially large geographic distance. Often one particular node on a LAN is set up to serve as a gateway to handle all communication going between that LAN and other networks. Communication between networks is called internetworking. The internet as we know it today is essentially the ultimate wide area network, spanning the entire globe. Metropolitan area network, the communication infrastructures that have been developed in and around large cities. Well, nobody does. No single person or company owns the internet or even controls it entirely. As a wide area network, it is made up of many smaller networks. These smaller networks are often owned and managed by a person or organization. The Internet, then, is really defined by how connections can be made between these networks. And there is types of networks. Internet backbone, a set of high-speed networks that carry internet traffic. These networks are provided by companies such as AT&T, GTE, and IBM. Internet Service Provider, ISP, a company that provides other companies or individuals with access to the Internet. And there are various technologies available that you can use to connect a home computer to the Internet. A phone modem converts computer data into an analog audio signal for transfer over a telephone line, and then a modem at the destination converts it back again into data. A digital subscriber line, DSL, uses regular copper phone lines to transfer digital data to and from the phone company's central office. A cable modem uses the same lines that your cable TV signals come on to transfer the data back and forth. Broadband, a connection in which transfer speeds are faster than 128 bits per second. DSL connections and cable modems are broadband connections. The speed for downloads, getting data from the Internet to your home computer, may not be the same as uploads, sending data from your home computer to the Internet. And you can see packet switching to improve the efficiency of transferring information over a shared communication line, and messages are divided into fixed size numbered packets. Network devices called routers are used to direct packets between networks. Message is divided into packets. Packets are sent over the Internet by the most expedient route, and the last one packets are reordered and then reassembled. Open systems. Proprietary system, a system that uses technologies kept private by a particular commercial vendor. One system couldn't communicate with another, leading to the need for interoperability, the ability of software and hardware on multiple machines and from multiple commercial vendors to communicate, leading to open systems, systems based on a common model of network architecture and a suite of protocols used in its implementation. The International Organization for Standardization established the Open Systems of Interconnection reference model. Each layer deals with a particular aspect of network communication. Network protocols. Network protocols are layered such that each one relies on the protocols that underlie it, sometimes referred to as a protocol stack. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol. TCP software breaks messages into packets, hands them off to the IP software for delivery, and then orders and reassembles the packets at their destination. IP stands for Internet Protocol. IP software deals with the routing of packets through the maze of interconnected network to their final destination. UDP stands for User Datagram Protocol. It is an alternative to TCP. The main difference is that TCP is highly reliable at the cost of decreased performance, while UDP is less reliable but generally faster. High-level protocols are the protocols built on the foundation established by the TCP IP protocol suite. Simple mail transfer protocol and file transfer protocol, telnet, hypertext transfer protocol. And MIME types. Related to the idea of network protocols and standardization is the concept of a file's MIME type. MIME stands for Multipurpose Internet Mail Extension, based on a document's MIME type, and the application program can decide how to deal with the data it is given. Firewalls. Firewall a machine and its software that serve as a special gateway to a network, protecting it from inappropriate access, and filters the network traffic that comes in, checking the validity of the message as much as possible and perhaps denying some messages altogether. Enforces an organization's access control policy. Network addresses. Host name, an unique identification that specifies a particular computer on the internet. For example, Metise, CSC, Villanova, and EDU. Network software translates a host name into its corresponding IP address. For example, 205.39.145 and 18. An IP address can be split into network address, which specifies a specific network, host number, which specifies a particular machine in that network. Domain name system. A host name consists of the computer name followed by the domain name. CSC Villanova Edu is the domain name. A domain name is separated into two or more sections that specify the organization and possible a subset of an organization of which the computer is a part. Two organizations that can have a computer named the same thing because the domain name makes it clear which one is being referred to. And organizations based in countries other than the United States use a top-level domain that corresponds to their two-letter country codes. The domain name system, DNS, is chiefly used to translate host names into numeric IP addresses. DNS is an example of distributed database. if that server can resolve the host name, if it does so. If not, the server asks another domain name server. And why network? Networking is considered to be the single most effective way to find a job, and the majority of job seekers found their most recent position by networking, either through referrals or direct contact with a hiring manager. And networking is an important cornerstone in the success of any business. And by networking in your specific industry, you reach new customers, build a base of business referrals, stay up to date on trends and new technologies, and form strategic partnership with other businesses. And relationships are the key factor in successful networking activities. People do business with those they know and trust. Building those relationships takes time and active participation, but the payoff is a network of resources for your business. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.